A dear friend in D.C., and you know who you are, that listens to the broadcast. God bless you. Shalom. And so many other Jewish folks that listen to the broadcast, too. And I'm sorry that this is going on in our country. This is not need be. But again, there's always going to be haters out there for whatever reason. They're out there, and we're contending with them. But, you know, we just only hope that justice will be done, and good people, if they know who they are, will turn them in and realize, terrorizing people in our country. These people are American, but God's people, the Jews, Christians, if you will, I think they pay a big price. And I'm a firm believer of that. And we see the attack on Christianity and Judaism all over the planet. I mean, the two most attacked are those two. And it's just a known fact, and it's escalating. And, you kind of wonder sometimes, like one of my Facebook buddies said that another loved one had just been taken from him. And he said, come Lord Jesus, put a stop to, all this insanity. But that's our world. We're going to be watching Donald Trump tonight address Congress. So I think it's going to be an important thing again for Trump to be able to, if you will, explain himself to all the American people and to Congress on both sides of the aisle, and try to figure out what moves he's going to make and how he's going to make them, what it's going to do for the American people, and selling that up. And hopefully we'll get some movement out of Congress to get some of these things passed and put some of these things on fast track. And hopefully we get some bipartisan. Imagine that. That would be a nice prayer. And, all of us should seriously pray for our country. No matter what religion you are, just pray that we get some movement for the American people, because there's a lot of folks hurting. They're not making money. And a lot of people don't have hope, folks. They just kind of given up on government and given up on people and given up on family. And, maybe you're one of them. I'm optimistic, folks. I really feel like we have a shot at turning the tide. And we have a great pick on the Supreme Court, and another conservative, and taking Scalia's place. I just feel like God's doing something here. People have voted, and great patriots, they stood up and they voted. They let their number be counted, and we have a guy who seems to be able to rally the troops, if you will, and now it's getting the job done, and you're going to have to go through Congress. And that's where these things get passed, and it is a very important part of government. There's only so many things that you can do with executive order, and Obamacare is a big deal. Spending, another thing, the VA, our military. I mean, we're talking big budget items, the wall. All these things cost money, and it's going to have to be paid for. And Mexico, they just recently said, if there's tariffs attached to this new deal that you're making, we don't want anything. We don't want any part of it. So they're bailing out on the tariffs. So that's going to be a very interesting back and forth with negotiations. But will the deal maker be able to make a deal? That's a good question. I guess we'll find out really, really soon. Again, we'll be watching. Folks, remember, it's our anniversary show, so if you can make a donation today, it would be very, very appreciated. It'll keep For the People guaranteed to be on the air and going, and we do have some initiatives going for contacting more affiliates around the country, but it does take money to be able to advertise, to let them know that we're on the air, and for phone calls to go out to secure some more stations across the country so we can grow. And you can help us grow, too, by telling other people about the broadcast on your Facebook, on the emails, or just calling somebody or emailing them and just sharing the show. And if you like the show, we say share the show. Tell somebody about the broadcast. And you can also, if your radio station locally doesn't carry the show, this really does work. It's effective. Have some folks like yourself call the program director and say, we'd love For the People to be on the air. And if they don't know what the program is, tell them to go to forthepeopleshow.com. I'm Keith Allen, for the people. All the best. May God bless.